Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Tuesday's Market SITREP, or Situation Report here at Top Gun Options. My name is Matthew Buckley. My call sign is Wiz, folks, and very excited. This morning, we knocked out our primary live trade brief where we Viva Las Vegas, baby. We got bullish on MGM. The reopen in Vegas starting Thursday at 25% capacity. But if anybody can make money in this world, in this country, under COVID, it'll be Vegas. They're going to figure that out. So we actually got bullish on MGM right at the open, buying some calls. Look at that. Look at that run we saw in MGM. It's up over 2% today. Massive run in MGM as we bought some calls. You ready for this? Check this out. We bought the September 22 calls. At the open, there was not one contract in that strike. As of me shooting this, what is it, almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon? 5,300 calls in there. That's Top Gun Options, folks. We moved the markets. We moved 2 unusual options activity scanners. What a great the power of this fully operational Death Star. Didn't get filled on the bull put spread for MGM. It ran away from me, the bull put spread that we covered in the primary live trade brief, to 16.5, 16. So I'm going up to the 17, 16.5 to try and get filled. If that's confusing to you and you have no idea what I'm talking about, head to go.topgunoptions.com/FT. That stands for Full Throttle Replay. Why? Because here is the primary live trade brief from this morning where we talk about China, what's going on. It's not good and might lead to, no kidding, a shooting war, and what's going on down in Brazil as well. I could not be more bullish, wait for it, on Brazil. Take a look at the EWZ, man. It is just absolutely on a tear. The trade, the bad with the United States and China right now, Brazil's going to be the beneficiary of that, up another 2. That's MGM. Hold on, EWZ. EWZ, look at this, up another 4.5%, 5% today. Look at this run. Last week, I told my members, I'm done. I got intel that the Brazilian central bank is actually buying equities. And since I said, hold on, let me get a line here. All right, it's a line. Since I said to stop being bearish on Brazil and start being bullish, 24% run in the EWZ in a week and a half. So 2 weeks. Good call. Done. This is a perfect example, folks, of trading's a form of combat. You have a plan, and then when you're presented with new facts, don't get so close or emotionally tied to your plan that when the conditions on the battlefield change, you don't change. That's how you get killed. So, folks, I went in the blink of an eye. I said, nope, done being bearish on EWZ, bullish. Even with, and again, folks, the market isn't the economy. The market doesn't have a conscience. Look at Brazil. Thousands of people dying on a daily basis. I think they might have hit the 2,000 in a day mark. The economy is getting destroyed. Bolsonaro's going nuts. But at the end of the day, the market's not caring, just like our market. Race riots, COVID, murder hornets, oh my, market keeps going up. I'm going to repeat what I've said consistently lately. In the absence of something truly horrific, well, Wiz, COVID is horrific. Yeah. The race riots are horrific. Yeah. The George Floyd death actually is horrific. Any death is horrific. But at the end of the day, folks, just absolutely something earth-shattering. You cannot fight the Fed. You cannot fight central banks. You cannot fight this market right here. Trying to be bearish on this market is like stepping in front of a freight train. It makes zero sense. So it's ugly out there. These the events of the past week, if they haven't convinced you to go out and buy, next time somebody says, why do you need an AR-15 with a 30-round clip? I'm going to do you want me to, why don't you turn on the news and tell me why I need an AR-15 with a 30-round clip? The cops retreat. They retreated in the one police station. They burn it to the ground. See all the cop cars jumping in their cars and leaving? That's the police department, folks. Places burning to the ground. Why do you pay taxes? For police and fire services? Yeah. Where are the cops going to be when you call them, when people are beating down your door? Maybe you can hit them with your Bernie Sanders sign. This is bad. The idiot in New York City, Mayor de Blasio, whose daughter got arrested. Governor Cuomo's even saying, dude, I might kind of pull you out of, I might displace you and send in the guard. I don't want to inflame. Inflame. Nothing says I'm trying to advanced forward race relations in this country by stealing TVs and shoes and burning things down. And then all these white soy boy Antifa kids that have escaped from their parents' basements creating havoc are even making this a hell of a lot worse. This should be focused on race and what we can do as a country to get better and advance that narrative and investigate that death of the horrific death of that man and arrest those accountable. You guys blew it. Democrats, liberals, you blew it. You had 99.9% of this country united behind you on that issue after watching that video, and then you took it and you blew it. You stole defeat from the jaws of victory. It's awful. We will remember this moment. My God, I've never seen people more galvanized as after watching that video. And then now, after watching videos, people's businesses, their life savings being destroyed as the cops, the National Guard do nothing. Tough speech last night, Mr. President. You didn't do anything. Last I checked, when you say there's an 8 o'clock curfew, if you're out after 8, you arrest those people. Anyway, what's this have to do with trading? I got to be honest with you. Nothing. The market doesn't have a conscience. The market doesn't care about this stuff right now, unless it's something absolutely, it really doesn't matter. I mean, Amazon's getting a little kicked around and Target's closing some stores. You know, yeah, I mean, if you want a bunch of free shit, go to an Amazon fulfillment center and, yell about race or something like that. But it's getting uglier with China, folks. I mean, Beijing retaliated. The trade deal that I told you wasn't worth the paper it's written on isn't worth the paper it's written on anymore. China's halting some U.S. farm imports. That is why, ladies and gentlemen, the EWZ is going up. In the past week and a half to 2 weeks, where tensions between the U.S. have increased, they were never going to buy our soybeans or the ag products anyway, folks. They used reverse strategery on us, right? During the negotiations, they're like, wait, you guys are capitalists, right? Yeah. Well, why would we buy all this stuff from you when we can get it from Brazil cheaper? Cricket. Yeah, good point. So that's another reason the EWC is going up, is that China and Bolsonaro is going to do what? Screw Trump. They were buddies, right? Before this whole world ended, Bolsonaro was with his presidential party up the street in Mar-a-Lago. I knew people that were there. Those were better times. And then Trump, after that, smacked Argentina and Brazil in the face with tariffs, steel tariffs. The only reason was because they were working with China. They were giving them, and China's supposed to be getting it from us. Short story long, this is getting worse. Ready for war? The largest Chinese military base has a full-scale model of Taiwan's presidential palace. Look at that. That's on a military base. That's in Taiwan. They're getting ready to move on Taiwan, ladies and gentlemen. What are we going to do about it? Right? Is the Chinese Navy eyeing Taiwan-held Province Islands? Yeah, they are. Are we going to go to war with China over Taiwan, an island, what we consider an island nation off of China, and China considers a renegade province? Are we going to risk U.S. lives and interests? Well, it is in our interest. Ooh. Now is the time, ladies and gentlemen, for China to act. 1997, I remember sitting in San Diego, man. I was flying Hornets out of Miramar. I remember watching the ceremony of them lowering the Union Jack in Hong Kong and raising the Chinese flag. Oh, yeah, no, Hong Kong will stay free. We're cool. We're cool. No, Hong Kong, you guys stay the way you are. Boom. Here we are today. There is not a better time for China to strike, ladies and gentlemen. They got the world sick. Hong Kong protesters are kind of quelled because they're sick and their military's on the rise. We're on our heels. This is the horrific event that I'm talking about that will bring this market down. When's it going to happen? October. September, October. What if China did this right before Trump's election? He going to get us into a war? I'm telling you, folks, China would love Sleepy Joe Biden. I mean, you can watch the clip of Joe Biden getting off his Air Force Two when he was vice president with his son Hunter Biden. $1.5 billion deal with his hedge fund mysteriously after his China visit, kind of like Ukraine. So that's the potential black swan event that's hanging out there. But until that happens, folks, party on. Raise the bullish flag and the market's going to go higher, right? And it's sad to say this, but I got to be honest with you. Civil unrest, really, the markets don't care. It's, me wearing my flight suit that makes me weep. What's going on is horrific. I swore an oath to defend this country against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and we got people literally trying to overthrow this government. The market doesn't care. Anyway, we trade the market you have, not the one you want. Right? The stock market has a long history of ignoring social upheaval, and unless this thing gets worse, the markets are going to go higher here. Like I said, Vegas getting ready to open on Thursday. A lot of unanswered questions, but like I said, this is the play. This is dying. I mean, it's in the desert, literally dying for some water here. As soon as this gets some water, they will figure out how to open this country. I mean, the crazy Las Vegas mayor at the height of the COVID crisis was like, well, hey, we'll be the guinea pigs. We'll open up. Just try us. We're ready. And people gave her hell. But here they go. They're getting ready to open. Okay, real quick. We opened up the doors. Actually, some people got their slots early. Smart people on the replay page, where all the replays are posted, saw these green buttons. So we don't have 50 new annual member slots. We have about 42 or 40-ish right now. 10 people already got their Full Throttle annual memberships. We're airborne. Once we get 50, we close. If we don't get 50 by tomorrow, we will open some monthly memberships. It's $29.95 for a year, or $295 for a month. So we're focused on the annual folks first. TopGunOptions.com/FT. That stands for Full Throttle -order. TopGunOptions.com/FT-order. Check this out. This is the FXI, that's the iShares China ETF. In yesterday's weekly options brief, what did I do? I got bullish on China. $2,100 right now. Staring at the screen as I shoot this. This trade is up $2,100 in a day. With one trade, we've almost paid for an entire annual membership here at Top Gun Options. Men lie, numbers don't. If you're in the weekly options brief, you saw me put this trade on and the reasons why, and there you go. It's up $2,100. If everything goes right to Friday, this could be up $3,300. There's an 84. Look at this. There's an 84% probability of maximum profit on this trade by Friday. Bought and paid for. You get to put an extra $305 in your pocket to go out this weekend. Yeah, go out this weekend. Get out of your house. Stop hiding under your bed. Live. So there you go. Great looking trade. And we put on the MGM trades this morning. A bull put. Like I said, I didn't get filled on the bull put spread. Got filled on the calls at one point this morning. They were up about $3,500. The calls that I sent out to the Max Afterburner, the Afterburner folks, and my Full Throttle members. So, okay, I got to run. TopGunOptions.com/FT-order. We're only looking for annual memberships now. We got about 40 of them left. If we don't get all 40 by tomorrow night, we'll probably open up some month to month. Okay, those are $295. Have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge, and God bless. And welcome aboard to all our new Full Throttle members. We'll see you.